Okay, it's now noon, so Awantika, would you like to wait until like a bit later for people to join, or do you want to start now? Can everyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. So this is our first guest speaker session of Mega Hackathon 2025. My name is Michael. I am the president of Mega, and we're happy to have you here. So this first session is about Refact.ai, and Awantika will have a presentation about how to use it, and we're very thankful for them to be sponsoring us this hackathon. We'll wait a bit for more people to join and for Awantika to get ready.
Are there only 7 people joining us?
Um, there should be more, but if you would like, you could start now.
So Ilya, one of our speaker, would be joining. If you can just announce once again in your channel about the workshop, that would be great.
Okay. Some more people just joined. I'll announce it.
So Ilya, one of our teammate, will be presenting today's session. He's kind of experiencing some kind of network issue, so we still have 10 minutes. And he will be joining. By then, if you can just ask others to join in, that would
Okay.
be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Till then, everyone who's here, if you can just use chat to introduce yourself, let me know from where you're joining from, and did you use any kind of AI tools for developing your projects during hackathon, or are you familiar with some names? Drop in the chat. Okay, anyone else would like to introduce your son for AI tools? I prefer to use Cloud A. Yeah, that's great. Anyone else? People who are new, um, feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. Also, let us know if you used any AI tools before. How do you use it? Um, Drop them in the chat itself.
Hi guys, sorry, had some troubles with the internet. I needed to do the hotfix. So now I have one extra SIM card with more internet than I used to have because my local Wi-Fi is down. Yeah, sorry for making you wait. My name is Ilya. I'm from Refact.ai. Can you just send some emotion like this? Something. So I will see that you are here. Everything is fine. Yeah. Again, sorry for making you wait so long. Things are tough in some of the countries with the internet. Okay, so today we'll talk a little bit how we can use Refact AI. I'll give you a quick demo. I'll also tell what we are building. So let me start with a quick presentation. Okay, with sharing the entire screen. Yeah, and by the way, so one of the part of this webinar is the live demo, and I usually like to make the live demo with something that I haven't built before. So if you have some ideas what to build, it shouldn't be very hard, like build a Netflix clone. That would be probably hard, but building the clone of Netflix website might be not so hard. So we can try with several things. And if you have the idea like this, you can just type it in chat, and then after the presentation, I will open it and read out loud. Maybe we'll use your idea. Yeah, just type it in chat. Yes, and the camera is always appreciated. I will not see it now, but I will see it later, and that will be great. Okay, so yeah, we are Refact AI, and we call ourselves the autonomous agent. So first, we used to assist programmers with the code completion with our integrated in IDE chat. So the idea was to basically help to combine all the tools that are powered by LLMs in one in our extension to help programmers to basically do everything that they usually did without it, is to refactor, debug, write unit tests, generate new code, help them to understand the old code, or understand the frameworks that they want to use. And for this, we're using the best LLMs. We also used to train our own LLMs. We had a small model trained for auto-completion. Currently, and I will use it also in the demo, we use it Claude 3.7. We also have the GPT-4o. We have O3 Mini for reasoning, and we have also have the reasoning in Claude 3.7. So now we switched more from just assisting programmers to helping them to make some of the job autonomously together with them. And with this, our AI can code with you independently. So you can simply ask it to do something, and then it will handle it end to end. We have the tools integrated that were written by our team, so you can integrate our assistant with GitLab, GitHub, Python debugger, database management tools like Postgres, SQL, MySQL, or shell command. And now we also integrated the MCP, which basically allow you to integrate variety of the tools. So can you actually send me an emotion if you're aware what is MCP? It's just interesting for me to see if some people already know what is it. And if you don't know MCP, can you send me something like this? If you know what is MCP, just send this. Okay, we have one active person, guys. Okay, so it's four people. We have 13. Okay. Anyway, I see. So not a lot of people know what is MCP. MCP is basically for me, the best way of explaining it, it's a Type-C cable for AI tools. So basically, this is a protocol made by Anthropic and open sourced by Anthropic to basically align all the tools that are developed for the LLMs to basically give them the ability to connect to GitHub, Slack, Google Drive, some custom API managers, and also, yeah, let's start with MCP. I will maybe, if you will have some questions or you want to dive deep into this topic, I can talk a bit more about it later. And we also have the browser integration, which helps to mimic some of the user actions to basically open the tab, click several buttons. It makes the screenshots and sends the feedback to the LLM. So basically, we eliminated the necessity to sit, copy, paste, use screenshots to provide some context for the LLM, because our agent does it for you. Yeah, so we also help companies and private developers to handle all the information with them. So first, you can fine-tune model on your code base. This works for code completion model. You can bring your own key, and you can host us on-prem, which will allow you to keep track of all data that you use. I mean, probably this is not necessary for a hackathon, but it might be useful for some of the companies. Sorry. Okay, and some demo time. So do we have some ideas? Yeah, sorry, I had some. Sorry, that was hard. I have some troubles with my voice now because I was sick for a week. But I mean, hopefully it will be all right because we need to do demo now. Okay, I haven't seen any ideas yet, so let me just double check it. Yeah. Yeah, that would be too hard. So again, doing something like this would require hours of time, and we have like 20 minutes to make the demo. So I will go with some basic ideas so we can build Tetris, for example. Okay. Let's open the new folder. So I will start from the blank. So let's call it okay. Yeah, and by the way, it also works with any languages. So I was giving a demo to some folks whose companies speak in Russian, and we were prompting in Russian. So you can definitely prompt it in your language. In Indian, it will work perfectly. So let's get into this, and I will also use the Claude 3.7. I will enable reasoning because it might help to make a better plan for Tetris. Yeah, sorry for my voice. It just, I was trying to fix it. Seems like it didn't work. So, hey, let's build Tetris TS simple setup. Okay, so we started it, and here is some reasoning. So it trying to understand, like, should it involve some knowledge, for example, what tools should it use, and then it goes into knowledge. So it has some knowledge about building Tetris because it definitely faced Tetris beforehand. Because at least I was using it to write Tetris for some of the other demonstrations. So you can see it's huge. And then it goes and starts generating the files for the Tetris. So it started with index HTML, and you see the entire code is written and added to the directory by AI. So I'm not touching anything, Avantika neither. So no one has access to this directory except me and agent, and agent does everything. So here I can see what it wrote. I can also see it in the file view. I can see it in the diff view. And here I enable the auto patch, so it patches without the confirmation. I just use it for the projects like this where I need to demonstrate, not really work on something. When you work with something hard and specific, it is sometimes better to review code one by one, but it also depends. Sometimes it's better to ask AI to implement something. You will just wait for 3-5 minutes. It will implement it for you, and then you will run it, and you will be able to debug it or see if there are some issues. And maybe for Hackathon, it's definitely something that you can try, and maybe that will be better for you. So it really depends on how you like to use this. Okay, so now we generated most of the logic for the game. So as you see, it's implementing a variety of things. So here in game TS, it's just the basic logic. Actually, it highlights some issues with this. It might see it later. Anyway, we'll try to run it, and then it will be able to catch all the bugs by itself. So it has some issues here. I'm not familiar with TypeScript. I mean, I am, but not really as a professional. So I wouldn't say that I would be able to write it by myself with TypeScript. And at the end, as you see, it's creating the knowledge. So it was using the specific tools, it was using the specific things, and now it's remembering what it did. Yeah, so basically the job is done, knowledge is created, and now the last thing that we need to do is to run this thing. And what we can do, we can just install the dependencies by ourselves. And yeah, let's actually do this. And then we'll show you how we can run the same thing, but with our agent. Okay, so it has some vulnerabilities. It is fine. We can also send these vulnerabilities to our agent, and it will catch this and try to fix this, but it's nothing critical. So let's just do pm run build. Okay, that one might be critical. Yeah, it's definitely one. So the simplest thing is to just copy and paste it. And you see, I even didn't read it entirely. I just pasted because it's probably something quite typical. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now we see that the errors that we were seeing before, they're fixed. So the file is not highlighted anymore. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's do npm run build again, and then npm start. Okay, so we have Tetris. We can click start game, but as you see, nothing happened. So it is good for me because I can show you how our functionality works with the Chrome. So I will go open, let's check here, it's localhost 3000. You can just copy this and make the screenshot, try to press start. So let's see. Probably it will just see that it's not working. Yeah, check the game. No, we already started the development, so okay. Let me just clarify it for our agent because it tried to restart the server. We don't need it. I already started the server. Yeah. So it uses the Chrome tool. This is something that I was mentioned before, which is basically our ability to access the browser. So it is kind of the way to close the loop for the agent to kind of be able to work with it. By the way, let me just check the chat quickly. Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, thank you, Avantika, for handling the questions. Yeah, and if you have more questions, just ask them in the chat. Me or Avantika will answer it. So it opened Tetris, it's loaded correctly, and then it clicked the start button. And after this, it opened the game again and sees that it's not working properly. So that is why it will now go and debug it. And you see it's debugging it without me at all. So it's making the screenshots, okay. Seeing the 404 errors, so it's trying to fix this. Yeah, so here's basically running several commands for the browser. And now it's using console logs to debug it. So it's basically the same thing that I would do and you would do probably if you were working with JavaScript files before. Yeah, we can also test it independently. See, yeah, it still has the troubles. I mean, it built the website technically, but it's not really working as I would expect it. Yeah, so it's 404. It cannot render it. Okay. So it's now implemented this test.js. Okay. So check that JavaScript is working correctly. And I mean, usually I would not sit and explain it to you. I would do something separate from the programming or continue working on the different files for this. Or, for example, thinking, what should I add after this? Okay. Okay. So now it's asked me to run the command. Yeah, so now I have this JavaScript is working for the test purposes, but it still cannot run the game. Yeah. So it's continuing thinking. Oh, what's the sound? Oh, okay. So it's continue debugging. In the meanwhile, so when it goes into such loop, what I usually tend to do is just stopping it because it took quite a lot of time, and now we'll be able to demonstrate another cool feature, which is, let's go here, upper, yeah, probably this one. And here I can click on roll back to the checkpoint. So I will roll it back, and something that I was doing and it was working quite well is basically open the new chat and saying research my current repo, extend it, and fix the bugs, make it work. Something like this. So again, first it goes into knowledge. It remembers everything that we did. That is why we don't need to go and feed more context into this. And then after this, it's going into examination of the files. And here I'm also using the model reasoning, just because this is a complex task and reasoning might help and stop it from like iterating over same thing. Okay. So it understood the overall structure. The game starts. Okay. Then it read the package JSON. So after each iteration, it thinks what can be the potential error. Okay, so it will try to run shell. I will stop it. We'll ask it. So I already issues in game.ts. Fix them first. Server. Yeah, so it's using the deep think tool here because again, I'm asking to fix the complex issue. And with this, it goes into deep research first. So yeah, and here you can also see the distribution of the number of tokens that we're using. So just some interesting information for some of the people who are using us. And in the meanwhile, while it's working, I will demonstrate to you everything that I was talking about before, which are our integrations. So you can access the integrations here. And here you already saw how I was using Chrome and Shell. I also have the MCP set up for GitHub. I can enable it, but I will not use GitHub for now. But basically, you can use all the tools that are mentioned here and MCP server. And for MCP servers, I would just recommend you to open and check in some of the videos on YouTube about it. And then there are websites like this. Just share it. Um, Here you can see different tools. I like the tool. So this one, 21st Dev. This one is just quite useful for front-enders and on implementing the different front-end elements that might be harder than typical ones that would be written by AI. Okay, let's get back to checking how does it work. It went into a really deep thing. So it basically does the research for me. I mean, this is quite simple fix, I think. But in this case, I decided to go into deep sync. So let's wait a little bit more, and then I will just ask to go with it again. And in our agent integrations, so the MCP, why I'm promoting it so hard, because this is the way of integrating anything. So more MCP servers will be available in the future months. More tools will be available for the AI, and you will be able to use it also through Refact.ai. And then about reason about MCP, just Anthropic MCP. Yeah. So this is kind of the introductory introduction into MCP. Let's do this deep thing. I'll need to ask our developers why it took so long. But anyway, let's just do this. So here I will make the simplest thing because we're limited in time. And I will say X. Yeah. So here I just select the code. I pressed F1 and then I'm just asking to fix it. Review the TS file and fix. Oh no. I hope now DeepThink will work faster. It's kind of our experimental feature. See, we have 15 minutes more for our call. Yeah, and Avantika was sending the Discord link. So please join there. We have some nice conversations over there. We're also giving some stuff to our community. Sometimes we are getting people into our different activities. So it might be interesting for you and also as a professional development. Yeah, it seems like our DeepThink tool is not working properly. So let's roll back, open the MTS, fix the code, don't use deep think. Yeah, because it seems like deep think is taking too long. There's the code previously. Okay, maybe it will compile now, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it has still some issues. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we still cannot start it. It's actually the first time it cannot write the letters from the first attempt. So I'm a bit embarrassed by this behavior. I will need to have a serious talk with our AI after this call. Anyway, let's restart the browser. Clear. And now game start. NPM. Yeah, it has still some issues. So I will go and copy this. Okay, so it's recommending me also this command. I'll run it. Okay, npm run build. Build is still unsuccessful. Send it again. Yes. I'm not sure if it will help because I was running it already. Okay, it's running the code for me now. And now it updates in config. So maybe it was my mistake because I was handling the restarting of the server and so on by myself. Okay. Now let's give it to AI. Yeah. Okay. So it restarted the server again. We still cannot start the game. Let's see if we'll be able to handle it now. I guess we are almost out of time. It is unfortunate that it didn't build the Tetris by itself. So okay, I'll just try it when I am clicking start button is not starting. Fix it. And while it will try to fix it for the last time, I will finish my presentation. So yeah, as I said, this is unfortunate that it didn't work as well as it works usually. But in general, I want to continue and mention also our Refact.ai pricing. So first, we're available for free. You can use us for a limited amount of times per day. And basically, for $0 per month, you receive something around 8 agent messages per day. So I used maybe 10 during the demonstration. So you can see that one agent message is quite a lot. And in Pro, you actually have 40. Here it says unlimited, but we decided to change it because it was too much money for us for the model hosting. So now it's 40 agent messages per day. But it's a limited IDE code completions. And you can also try it with MEGAHACK promo code, as you see here, and you will get 1 month for free, which is basically 1,200 agent messages, which is a lot. It is huge. I heard that to build one full-scale project, people are using around 250, 300 agent messages. And you can download it using this link. You can also access us through our Refact.ai website, or you can download it through VS Code or JetBrains IDEs. Just search us in plugin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so
And
much, Ilya and Avantika. The call's about to end, but this
yeah,
was a
yeah,
lot of fun
absolutely.
to watch. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and please join our Discord community, as I said. So we have some limited time for Q&A. So stop sharing.
Shoot. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. This has been our first guest speaker session with Refact.ai. We hope you come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. EDT for the second session. Thank you, and have a great day.